Hey guys, how we doing today? Glad to see all my favorite people in here viewing this video. We have a very elegant individual that's going to explain to us the wrongful arrest of Catch You Later, who was convicted of sexual molestation of a child back in I think it was the early 90s, maybe the very late 80s. But he got arrested again down there in Florida, I think Punta Gorda. But this guy doing the talking is Dr. Sean Berry. He's a very educated, very sophisticated individual, and he's going to explain to you everything that went wrong by his friend getting arrested. Best friend.
Yeah, Yin Yang News and Catch You Later were just arrested, violently thrown onto the floor. Yin Yang, not Yin Yang, but
The guy he's filming right now is Geo something. He's another auditor down there in Punta Gorda, Florida. Now he talks in a strange way because he has a mechanical voice that he has to talk through because his vocal cords are shot. So don't make fun of the guy the way he talks. Just make fun of the things he does and how he acts. We don't pick on people because they have disabilities around here. Anyway, let's continue.
Catch You Later was violent and they threw him to the floor. Just after, the police here at the Punta Gorda Police Department said that filming in the police department was only a ticketable offense and not an arrestable offense. Then they commenced to shove him to the floor when he was asking questions. He got up, walked towards the door, and they threw him to the floor again, threw him into the door actually. And then they handcuffed him, got on top of him, handcuffed him, and hauled him to the back.
Now this Geo guy, he strikes me as a very sad and lonely individual. The only people that'll hang around with him are convicted sex offenders and this Dr. Sean Berry, this very educated fella here that's doing all the talking. Where did you get a load of this guy? Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, a few minutes later, right out here, they come out and they arrested Yin Yang News. They arrested him right here in this spot. Well, he was trying to retrieve some equipment that was on the ground, and they arrested him for assault on a police officer. So they're in the jail right now. They're going to be booked in to the Punta Gorda, the Charlotte County jail, most likely. Are you doing okay? Are you doing okay? That's heat getting to you. I tell you, go sit in the air. But anyway, yeah, Geo's having a stressful moment. This heat's bad out here. He just went through an ordeal because they shoved him around. Shoved him out the door. They tried to get me out the door, but I wasn't recording, but they still tried their best to get me out the door.
Well, that's horrible. Geo's almost having a stroke here, a heat stroke, standing out in the hot air, being a buffoon. And Dr. Sean here, he's very upset. He got shoved out the door. I can't imagine for why, but boy. Anyway.
Right now I'm waiting on public records in here. I've been in here for about half an hour waiting on public records. They said it may be a couple hours before they could take my public records request down because they said they're a little bit upset right now at the moment, which was kind of what was going on here. But anyway, I'm going to hand this phone off to Geo for a bit, and I'm going to go back in. I'm going to wait on public records a while.
And while Dr. Sean Berry takes a break, I'm going to show you a little footage of what Catch You Later posted on his excuses on why he was arrested and convicted of child molestation, even though he pled no contest, which is basically a guilty verdict, without having to admit guilt. But he's guilty. Anyway, he took the plea. Let's check out what he has to say about his innocence.
I caught the girl's uncle, a small girl. I caught his uncle molesting her and interrupted them. And he got to a phone before I got to a phone. And I kept telling the police that this is the person that you need to come look at.
Shame on the deceivers. Shame on you.
But you essentially pled guilty to the charge. You didn't fight it. You got scared. You didn't want to spend the rest of your life in prison. So you pled guilty. You took a deal and you went to jail. Now this is back in the early 90s, I guess. Anyway, let's continue.
Right after they just told me it wasn't an arrestable offense, they could only ticket him for it. violation, code violation.
This is the Dr. Sean Berry you're seeing now. He's obviously a very distinguished individual in the community. You can tell by the quality T-shirts he wears and his, day glow vest and his cowboy hat that belongs to a little kid. I don't know what he's a doctor of, but he's obviously a professional.
Yeah. But anyway, they came here thick as fleas. They were out. They were ready for the dogs. They were gloved up and they were ready to go. Yeah, right now I'm going to go back in. I'm waiting on public records. I'm trying to get the lobby camera footage and body cam footage. And they closed the window up. They said they're too incensed right now to do my records request. They said maybe in a couple hours they might take me down. Andrew? Yeah. Well, Andrew Sheets is calling here.
Well, he just got a phone call from the most famous person in Punta Gorda, Andrew Sheets. He's only second to Ian McGuire and Eric Brandt. They all hang in the same circles. They're all buddies. But he has a true celebrity on the line. I'm ending the video there. I don't want to watch any more of this putrid waste of human flesh. I don't care if he's a doctor or not. He's not my doctor. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye.